I don't know what silence wants to say. And what I'm aware of, what I've been feeling about is the death of Aaron Bushnell, the man who killed himself, self-immolated, burned himself to death in protest of his forced complicity in genocide in Israel. I feel moved. Yeah, it's not quite sadness. Although there are tears for I have tears for the injustice. The blindness and ignorance that create a world that would warrant such an action. And I feel I can't speak, of course, to whether or not his choices were warranted. And clearly, they were warranted for him. And clearly, he's a being of conviction. And a being of intention and, as his friends described him, very kind. very kind, very caring. And obviously deeply concerned with the suffering of others. And so I feel sadness. I mourn a world that a human being of that description would feel it necessary to die for something different. And I feel shame. One of his statements before his death, before he killed himself, his statement was about complicity. And it's true. I am complicit in the death of Palestinians by the hands of the Israeli government. And I'm complicit in the sense that I am an American, and we give a great deal of money and military support to Israel every year. And under the direction of Joe Biden, of course, we're looking to give more than just a great deal this year. So here's where I stand. I do not condone violence in any form directed towards another human being. And I see Aaron Bushnell as exercising his right, the ultimate right in life, which is to take one's own life. And I see that sacrifice as unfortunate and important. The situation, the conflict in Israel and Palestine is complex. It is extremely complex. And I do not believe it can be solved by violence. And it's been very obvious from the beginning of this current conflict that Israel sought to do a great deal of damage purely out of retaliation, purely out of a sense of retaliation against the Palestinian people, whether or not they were involved with Hamas. And it's also very clear that they seek to take advantage of, the Israelis seek to take advantage of the conflict to displace as many Palestinians as possible. And if they can, maybe to eliminate the Gaza Strip altogether, which of course has been a thorn in Israel's side. Which is cheap words, right? Because it's a thorn that consists of a population greater than my home city of Philadelphia. I think it would be very easy for America to exercise its power. We have a great deal of power, which we are not exercising. We could quite effectively stop this war if we wanted to. If there was political will to do so. we give Israel so much money, and we don't have to. Very simple. We don't have to. I don't think we give them that money for any particular reason except to destabilize, have an opposing force in that region. Essentially, some Cold War bullshit dragged into 2024. Yeah. And while I'm at it, I also don't believe in a two-state solution. I believe the only possibility for true and lasting peace in that region is a one-state solution. It seems to me and it's very clear if you've ever looked at a map. You know, two states are generally have a nice, simple geographic designation. You can draw a line around them. And that's never going to happen with that territory. And the fate of everyone there is currently shared. And absolutely tied together. So why wouldn't it be politically? So I want to be clear, since this has not, up till now, been the direction of these recordings. These are my political beliefs and opinions. And apparently what silence wants me to talk about, or wanted me to talk about here anyways, is my beliefs and opinions. Silence, of course, does not have beliefs and opinions. And, silence knows peace. Silence is peace. And silence is peace, whether or not war and violence exist. And silence does not tend to create those things. Yeah, there was that one time in the Bhagavad Gita, right? But I don't know if there's any actual historical world examples of people acting from love and going to war. There may not be. It may never have happened, and it may never happen. I'm really in the unknown now. Yeah, I don't know how to end this. I don't know if there is an ending. There's certainly no resolution. My heart grieves and continues to grieve. For those who point the guns, those who die by the guns, those who die by the bombs, those who die from starvation and sickness, and those who die by setting fire to themselves.